Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. I have lighting over here, I have lighting over here, and I have the fan over here. How you doing? Right now the time is approximately 9... You know what? It's 9:31 p.m., which numerologically reduces to 13, as in the number 13. Blessed be the power of the witch. Eastern Time, and the date is Monday, July 6th, 2020. The moon is waning in Aquarius, and the sun is transiting in Cancer. I am very happy to present to you one of my favorite videos, or rather one of my favorite kinds of videos, of one of my favorite series of videos, and that is the Tarot and Oracle card prompts for the Many Moons 2020 Lunar Planner. And of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover of the planner. And I believe that Sarah Faith Gottsteiner starts announcing the pre-ordering for the new editions sometime between July and September. I don't remember offhand, but I know that they go out between October and December. But anyway, so for July, we have a 5-card spread, which automatically made me think of the pentacle, or the pentagram as the case may be. And I'm going to read what she wrote. Tarot or Oracle card pull for the month. Pull one card or a series of cards for this month. Suggested spread. Where am I ready to expand? What limiting beliefs must I confront as part of this? How can I lovingly rewrite these beliefs into beauty? What actions can I take in service of this expansion? Where or how am I ready to shine? So the deck that I'm using is a beautiful goddess-themed oracle card deck called the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck. Mystic Sisters Oracle deck by Emily Balivet, published by US Game Systems, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover of the box. It is a beautiful, beautiful oracle card deck, and I've known about it for a while. I purchased it directly from Ms. Balivet's Etsy shop, and by the way, she contributed 2 cards to the Pride Tarot. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick shuffle, and as I cast the cards, I call upon the goddesses represented in this deck, and I call upon the goddesses of the universe to come down and share their love, their wisdom, and their guidance with us through this casting of cards. Now, if this resonates for you, let me know. Okay, and we're going to start with this one because you just seem to pop out above the others. So, where am I ready to expand? And I'm going to show all of you the front of the card. I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up. Then I'm going to show all of you the back of the card. And then I will interpret the card. So, put you over here for now. Aphrodite! Ooh. You know, it's funny. The Hellenic pantheon is not my primary pantheon, but I have been more deeply connecting to Aphrodite, and specifically Isis Aphrodite, the Greco-Roman or Egyptian Greco-Roman aspect of Isis and Aphrodite. So, where am I ready to expand? We are ready to expand in love. How we give love, how often we give love, being willing to receive love, being more open and receptive to receiving love. And we are ready to expand the amount of pleasure we give ourselves. You know, sometimes people misconstrue that. Like they feel that they have to only do bad things to give themselves pleasure. You know, I could eat one brownie. There is a big difference between eating one brownie and one tray of brownies. There's a big difference, you know? So, if there is something that gives you pleasure, and it doesn't even have to be anything. See, I love drinking flavored seltzer, which is why I have a 1 liter bottle. This is a 1 liter, yeah, it is 1 liter. 1 liter bottle here, because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, so you know what that means. So yeah, so give yourselves permission to experience love, to give love to others, to give love to yourself, to receive love from others, and to be willing to receive love to yourself, from yourself, with yourself. You know, in spite of the fact that I am in the longest, most beautiful, most loyal, most devoted, and most functional romantic relationship I've ever had, I still honor the other kinds of love that are important in my life and in my world. Card number 2, what limiting beliefs must I confront as part of this? So again, I'm going to show all of you the card. I hope I have it upright. I do have it upright. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the card, and then I will turn it around and I will read the card. The Raven Goddess. You know, in the Native American cosmology, the raven represents magic. The raven is a psicopumpos. It is a messenger between the dream time and the void. So, what limiting beliefs must I confront as part of this? The limiting belief that your magic has no power. Because your magic absolutely has power. Your magic is real, your magic has substance, and your magic is valued. So acknowledge your magic. Use your magic more often. Let your magic use you more often. How can I lovingly rewrite these beliefs into beauty? I want to tell you, I love that. How can I lovingly rewrite these beliefs into beauty? I'll show all of you the card first, and then I will have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up, and then I will look at the card and read it. Orpheus and Eurydice. Trust. Trust. Because if Orpheus trusted, he would have trusted and known to the marrow of his bones that Eurydice was following him from the underworld, back from death to life. But he faltered in his faith. He faltered, and he turned around when he was explicitly instructed to not do that. So now more than ever, acknowledge these issues of trust. How the depth by which you trust yourself. And even do it in a number sequence, like 0, I don't trust myself a shit. 10, I trust myself more than I trust any other person on the planet. And everything in between. But really, begin to ask yourself, how much do I trust this person? How much do I trust this situation? How much do I trust this relationship? How much do I trust this opportunity? And be brutally honest with yourself as to a number. Now, if it's below 5, then I would say you have an opportunity to either eliminate that situation in which you have very little trust, or to see if you can bring the trust level to above 6. And also ask the divine to help you expand that trust, increase that trust, and see if you can really make that trust into something very powerful. What actions can I take in service of this expansion? So again, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the card, and then I will look at the card, and then I will interpret the card. Nyx, the Greek goddess of night. So, you know, it's funny, earlier today I was watching a live video by Epin, I want to say Epin Duvel. And I was in his first name is Dan, but I hope I'm pronouncing the Epin correctly. And, you know, he talked about the June Witch's Moon box of sacred and shadow. And, you know, maybe it's a chronological thing for me, but I have become more drawn to and more interested in shadow work since my late 40s. And at the age of 50, I am all for shadow work. So what I'm getting from Nyx, and I love that there's a full moon up in the sky in the background of the card, is that this is about delving into shadow work. So what actions can I take in service of this expansion? Shadow work. And the waning moon and the waning moon going from the night of the full moon to the night before the new moon are the best times of the lunar month for engaging in shadow work. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. And yes, and Nyx being the Greek goddess of night, definitely engage in shadow work at night. I mean, you can engage in shadow work anytime you're divinely guided, but there is something about engaging in shadow work at night after sunset that makes so much sense. To me, anyway. And also, when the moon is waning, again, makes perfect sense to me. Where or how am I ready to shine? And once again, I'm going to show all of you the card first. I'm going to have my awesome audio-visual person for my YouTube videos do a close-up of the card. And then I'm going to look at the card and read it, and we'll take it from there. Cygnus. I read about her, but I don't remember what I read about her, so I'm going to take a few moments and actually consult the accompanying guidebook, because obviously she's a goddess connected to the swan. And Cygnus, so C. Yes, Cygnus. Key words: release and surrender, as in I surrender and release all hardship. I release and surrender my attachments to poverty. Swans symbolize the transformation of the soul and the release of matter into pure spirit. Because swans are adept at moving on land, on water, and through the air, in ancient times they were believed to be messengers of the gods that carried souls away. It is said that swans only sing once in their lives, when they are about to die. Hence, a swan song has the meaning of a person's last piece of creative work or final performance. Drawing the card of Cygnus tells you it is time to gracefully surrender and release something, a beloved idea or person you have held close to your heart. You may have already reached this conclusion. If not, this card may give you a gentle push to finally let go with grace and honor. And of course, you know, the deity that I cannot help but automatically think of, especially in a goddess-themed oracle card deck, is Sarasvati, the flowing one. And I seem to recall that Sarasvati rides a swan, or swans are one of her animal familiars. So, and because of the multifaceted nature of the swan, this could be an opportunity for you to say goodbye to something, or to close the chapter on something, and then open a new chapter. And the final message card, which I always pull from the bottom of the deck, and again, I'm going to have my awesome audio-visual person do a close-up of the card, and then I will look at the card and I will interpret the card. Hecate. Oh my goddess, this is not a coincidence. So one of my favorite witchy people is Courtney Weber, also known as Courtney Weber Hoover, and she wrote a book about Briad, and she wrote a book about tarot, and she wrote a book about the Morrigan, and I would love to think that she's going to write a book about Hecate as well, but she sent an email today about the goddess Hecate. I haven't read it yet, but you know I'm going to read it tonight. So Hecate as the final message card makes so much sense to me, because not unlike the swan, Hecate governs the earth, the sea, and the sky. And she has a connection to all three of those realms. One of my favorite names for Hecate is Hecate Tremundi, because she governs the world of earth, the world of sea, and the world of sky. And of course, Hecate Triformis, Hecate of the three faces, because she is a threefold goddess. She is a triple goddess. And of course, Hecate Trivia, Hecate of the three roads, where the three roads cross, as in the crossroads. So seeing Hecate basically says to me that you have the opportunity to go from spring to summer and autumn and winter with great empowerment and great grace and great honor and great strength. And if you are forgetting that, then this is an opportunity to remember. And I want to share something with you. You know, one of the YouTube channels that I follow is called EJ Speaks. And she is this massively, hysterically, riotously talented comedian. And I love her videos. And she uploaded a video today called My 2020 is Trash and I Want a Refund. Now, I gotta tell you something. My 2020, in spite of COVID-19, in spite of coronavirus, in spite of a lot of other things, has been good. It's been a good year, and it started out sucky, I'll admit that, you know, having 3 days out of January, my birthday month, being beautiful and lovely, as opposed to the entire month. I'm not used to that. But yeah, you know, but each passing month has gotten better and better and richer and healthier and more loving and more loving. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube land, I do not apologize for that. I say that with no apologies, no hesitation, and no malice. I am happy that I'm having a really good year. I'm happy that a lot of beautiful things have opened up for me. A lot of beautiful things have resurfaced in my life, have been unearthed in my life. A lot of new avenues of income have opened up for me. You know, even though there have been some challenging points and challenging moments for me in 2020, I would say overall 2020 is much more enjoyable for me than 2019. Seriously. 2020 is a much better year for me than 2019. And a lot of you know exactly why 2019 was a sucky year for me, more so than 2020. I'm telling you, I'm loving 2020. I am loving this Emperor year a lot more than I thought I would, to be perfectly honest with all of you. I mean, I really thought that a lot of the challenges that I faced last year would accompany me this year, and very few of them have. I mean, I've had some stuff come up, I won't deny that, but I'm getting a better handle on them. So, let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if you have the Many Moons 2020 Lunar Planner. And if you don't resonate with this reading, let me know that in the comments too. And I know that there are some in YouTube land that don't really care for, don't really resonate with the Many Moons Lunar Planner, but I'm curious to know why. You know, I really do want to have people have the opportunity to say, you know, I wish that I had enjoyed this planner more, but I don't. And you know, we who love and are in lust with the tarot know that we don't resonate with every tarot deck. Believe me, there are some tarot decks I wish I did, but I don't, and I'm honest about it. But anyway, so YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings of love and life, wholeness and healing, prosperity and peace, protection and persistence, and I wish all of you a beautiful night and a wonderful week, and stay tuned for the next video. Until next time.